Welcome to Business with the Donos, where we talk about family, business and everything in between. I'm your host, Jade Dono, and I'm here with my dad, Paul Dono. And I'm happy to say, we're back!
I know, seems ages.
It does, it's been a long while.
I mean, so much has gone on.
So much has gone on. You've missed so much. We've not updated you. We're sorry.
So, obviously, a little bit of news. You're pregnant.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've built half a baby in the time.
Yeah.
We've been off this podcast.
I think it's the size of a pomegranate this week, isn't it?
It is. It's pomegranate week this week.
Yeah.
21 weeks, which is probably around the amount of time we haven't done the podcast.
I know, that's really mad, isn't it? Absolutely mad. I've done Goldman Sachs.
You have?
Yeah.
Do you want to explain what that is?
So I joined the Goldman Sachs, the 10K SMB program. Really privileged to go on that. And basically we learnt from a lot of really top-end academics, business people. There were 72 businesses there, all high-growth businesses. And next Wednesday, I go with Mum for graduation.
Yeah.
And obviously with your MBA, you did do a little bit of work and help me a little bit on it.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit on it. Yeah, but it's all my work, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
So that was great. Really, really chuffed with that. I ended up with a bit of a heart condition, didn't I?
You did?
Yeah, so I got shocked last week, and hopefully that's all sorted now.
Yeah. They confirmed it is there.
So I do have a heart, which is thanks for that, darling.
That's all right.
And business has been as usual. So
It has.
Yeah.
Busy.
Well, we are in January.
We are in January. For
And we
those
only have
who don't know,
20 tax returns to do.
it's not quite that high.
Well,
it's more like 84.
No.
Yes.
Okay. All depends whose sheet you look at. If you look at my sheet,
It's wrong.
it's more realistic.
Okay. Either way, for accountants, January is the most busy time because everybody leaves their taxes to the last minute, and they're all personal taxes due on the 31st of January, which is why if you try and speak to an accountant in January, they might be crying in a corner or something, sitting in a dark room. Who knows? They cheer up in February.
Well, that's because they're all on holiday.
Yes. So we thought we'd do this episode of our podcast on what business owners should stop, start and fix this year.
Stop, start and fix.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Because January is a month of planning.
Yes.
Everyone wants to plan. Everyone wants to grow. Everyone's ambitious. You've got your New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd do it sort of around that. So first of all, what do you think business owners should stop doing in January?
Stop doing. Stop scrolling through social media thinking that everybody's life is really rosy and their businesses are really, really, sort of top of the world. And stop worrying about that side of it and actually sit back and go, yeah, this is my business. This is what I do. This is how I do it. And move forward. Probably pick 3 main areas of improvement, 3 sort of main KPIs, and find a way of reporting that and working on that, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. I think comparing yourself to other businesses online is such a mistake because what's presented online isn't often the reality. You can't see that business owners' struggles. They're always going to put the rosy stuff on social media. And you might get your leads through word of mouth or a different way, whereas they might get all of theirs through social media. So it's not worth comparing yourself because your business model might be completely different.
Yeah.
And we do see a lot of comparisons being made this time of year, and it just can't help you.
And I think also another thing where we've got, clients that have products that they sell, now's the time probably to just look at where the dead stock is, what isn't moving, look at maybe discounting it, get it off your shelves and get some cash in the bank, ready to give yourself some new stock, some better stock coming forward to where you can make more profit. You're almost better off, making very, very little, but putting the cash in the bank and not just sitting it on the shelves for another year. Especially if you're a seasonal business, get some, get it off your shelves.
Yeah, absolutely. And this time for a lot of businesses is quiet. Obviously, if you're seasonal and own a gym or something, then you're probably doing really well this time of year.
You should be.
You should be. But there's a lot of other businesses, especially sort of in the consumer industry, who, because people don't want to spend that much after Christmas, they will be quiet. So this is a perfect time to look at things and to potentially get the stock off your shelves, put some offers out there, and clean up a little bit. The other thing we see, and I think we're a bit victim to this as well, is finding new tools and subscriptions and things to help, and getting them all to try and help the business grow. And I think to an extent it's really good to try some of these things out, but you just want to be careful that you're not adding too many costs onto your business.
You've just added a new bit of software.
Yeah, I have, but it's great.
So you're telling people not to do it, and you've just done it.
Yeah, I have. I've been very hypocritical. Sometimes it's very good. In my case, very good. I can't even tell you. I built a landing page in 2 hours? Yeah.
For Making Tax Digital.
For Making Tax Digital. It's on our website. You can see it.
So that would have cost us how much, do you reckon?
Well, it would have either cost me probably half a week to a week of my time, or we would have paid someone.
Which would have cost what?
Probably £600 to £1,000.
Yeah. And how much was the software?
Well, I spent £22.
£22. And how long did you spend on it?
About half a day.
So it was worth it. So the return on investment was right.
It was, definitely.
But we've had people that we speak to that say they want to change a whole new system. They spend weeks and weeks and weeks on it, and then you actually work it out to their hourly rate. You break it right down, and then you look at the cost that it's actually cost them to implement.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it's really, really. You just got to look at what is it going to do taking you out of your business. You just got to, So from that respect, I don't mind spending the £22. And you never know, someone might sign up to Making Tax Digital.
It pays for itself then.
That no one ever wants to sign up to. That's what we've been landed with.
We have. We can talk more about that another time.
Okay.
We won't get into that.
I won't do that rant.
No, don't do that rant now.
All right.
Don't depress the listeners.
Listeners.
We've got multiple, I think. So one of the things I've written down here as well is, just because you're busy and just because you've got a lot of work on doesn't automatically mean you're making more money. No. And that's something we see as well. And so one of the things is to stop thinking that more work does equal more money, because you want to be working smarter, not harder. That's a big thing. But also you need to know your numbers, because if you're working yourself to the bone, you don't want to be doing it for no profit. So you've got to know your numbers and know whether you're making that money to sustain that hard work.
I think, having gone on the Goldman Sachs program and speaking to our clients, bear in mind the other businesses that were on there with us, the amount that didn't forecast, that now forecast, the amount that are producing basically a daily dashboard just to see where they are every day. I think that's probably been the biggest financial eye-opener for a lot of people that are on that course with us. So, I think, businesses that are serious to grow, even those that, a budget, just a really simple budget that you can do on Zero. We can obviously point you in the right direction on how to do that, but, just a simple budget, just so you know where the plan is for the year, is a real good starting point. And then we can look at forecasts, and everyone says cash flow forecast, but, look at your profit and loss forecast first, see where that is on your, where the business is modelled, and work with your accountant to do that. And I think that's probably, if it's a quiet time at the moment, that's when to understand that. Understand it now. Use the data you've got.
Yeah, it is. And it is just understanding the data. And also, just because you speak to your friend who's like really, really busy, or look online and they're really, really busy, doesn't mean they're making a shed ton of money.
No.
Not always. Sometimes it might, but not always. So again, it comes back to that comparison as well.
Yeah.
You've got to know your numbers and know how to make make it worth your time, make it worth being busy for.
Yeah.
So I've got now what to start this year, what to start in January. And I think we've already touched on it a little bit. And I think you've
If I
said...
jump the gun again.
Yeah, a little bit. That's okay. So I think you've said about this dashboard, this magical dashboard that I think everyone on your Goldman Sachs course wants the magical dashboard.
Absolutely.
But it is, I think, quite a good thing if your software that might already have a dashboard of some description. If not, you can make them. But basically, you want to be tracking key areas in your business that you understand, that you want to grow, and you want to be checking in on those every day. And so having a dashboard and a snapshot is a really good way to do that. So that's something you could start doing this year, is just monitoring things. If you've got a really clear goal, say you want to grow by 20% by the end of the year or something, then you can be tracking that every day, making sure you're on target. There's no point having these goals and then not tracking and looking at the metrics and the data.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't always believe that turnover is the thing to focus on, but if one of the things is you're going to increase your turnover by 20%, then you keep a dashboard going with your turnover being tracked at 20% increase every month or every day. And then you build that with a, I think it's called a worm, isn't it? Which is the cricket term. And then you basically build that and look at where you are in two very simple lines on a graph. And if you're above the line, you're doing above what you want. If you're below it, you're not. So, that's a really simple dashboard to look at. But then from my point of view, I would always want to look at what percentage I'm making as gross profit, what percentage I'm making as net profit. Am I tracking that right? What am I making?
I know, but I think you're
employee?
overcomplicating.
Am I?
Yeah, and I think this is the key.
Is that why you have to do it and not me?
Yeah, and I think this is the point. There's a lot of business owners who would overcomplicate what they want to do. Their plans are too grand.
Kiss.
What?
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yes. I was like, what are you talking about? But I think there's a lot in that. Keeping it simple. If you're going to track something, and if you've got a clear goal, you need to track those things. Don't get overexcited and add more stuff in, because what you'll do is you'll just burn out and you won't ever look at it, because it'll be too much to maintain, too much to look at, and it won't mean anything to you. So you need to keep it simple, stupid, and work from that.
No, absolutely. Do that.
So that's really important. And that actually comes to my next point, which was to, if you've got a goal and you've got a plan for the year, make sure that it's not too much to do in the year. Make sure that it's achievable and make sure you're tracking it. Because if it's not achievable, there's literally no point. You've written them for nothing.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure that it is, your goals are absolutely achievable and manageable. And there's nothing wrong with ambition. Like, you can absolutely have ambitious goals, but just make sure that it is it is manageable. Sorry, we keep getting distracted because Dad's phone keeps ringing, but he's got hearing aids in, so they're ringing in his ears, but they're so loud that I can hear it outside of his ears.
Pardon?
Jeez.
I've turned it off.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So whoever's phoning, I'm sorry, he's not picking up because he's recording this podcast.
Yeah.
And then I've written just a little nugget for people to take away for things to start, and it's just clarity beats chaos every time, and that is so true for business owners.
Clarity beats chaos every time.
Yeah, it does. Ooh. It's a good line, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it does, and focus as well is, I think, something a lot of business owners struggle to focus.
Absolutely.
And that is also key to achieving your goals. If you've got a new goal next week and forget about the old one, then what's the point? So common business issues that we sort of see every January that this is a really good time to look at is your pricing.
Yes.
For a start, if you are quiet, reviewing your pricing is a good thing to do. We've had so many increases this year. We've had obviously the budget bought things up. Minimum wage is going up. The national insurance went up last year. There's so many increases. Food's going up. Everything's going up. And so you need to look at your prices.
Unlike your ceiling that's coming down.
Unlike my ceiling that's coming down. I'll skip to that later. Hold on to the end about my ceiling. So review your pricing. That's really, really important. If you are having a quiet period, this is the time. The Dad's already touched on this as well. Not having a cash buffer in your business will cause you more stress. So figuring out a way to get more cash reserves in your business is a really good thing as well. And then my last little thing was doing everything yourself because it's easier.
Oh, how many people do we see that?
Everyone.
Oh my goodness.
I think everyone does that. Everyone wants to save money, reduce costs, and it is easier to do it yourself, but you will burn out and not
also
grow.
you won't do it right. And when I say you won't do it right, you potentially will do it right. But there are jobs that you do, that some of us do, that within our business, that you just think, why are you doing that? You're earning X per hour, or you're making X percentage profit on the product you're selling, and yet you're worried about spending a little bit of money doing a task that you don't like, but you're saving some money. But then it just doesn't make sense. No. So, and I think I spoke to a growing business a little while ago, and it's around mentality, isn't it? It's like we look at it as a small business and go, oh yeah, we can save 20 quid on that. That's great. That's really good. Don't get me wrong. It is good to save the money in certain areas. But then you look at it and go, actually, what's my return on investment? Look at your landing page. It's £22.50 a day, but my return on investment is, from a monetary point of view, that's probably worth nearly £1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it could be more.
Yeah. So that's actually worth it. But it's not worth it if you're not getting that return. And if someone else can do it. I mean, I know we do bookkeeping for people, but that is a big area that, people, oh yeah, I've got to do my books. I know people have we met, and said, where are you at the moment? I don't know, I haven't done my books yet. Well, why haven't you done your books? I haven't had time. Okay. Yeah. So why haven't you invoiced your customers? Because I haven't had time. And you think, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Because it's bringing money in that you haven't got the time to do. I mean, the amount of small business owners that don't invoice until the end of the month. Which is... For jobs they might have done at the start of the month.
Crazy, and comes back to our cash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cash point. But even if you've got somebody in your team that you need to be giving things to, you need to train them so that you can give the stuff to them. Yeah. There's no point in them sitting there twiddling their thumbs either. No. You can't just think, oh well, it's easier and quicker for me to do it. You need to be showing that person how to do it. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, indeed.
So, as well, with January, I think people will also feel quite let down by the end of the month if they haven't achieved the goals and stuff that they set out to do. But I think you've got to remember, January isn't the whole year. It's just 1 month.
It's a bit like dry January as well, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, let's start by not drinking, and then 2 days in, you've had a beer.
Exactly. Well, not me. So sad.
It's because you're grown.
I've got a dry 9 months, everybody.
It's not 9 months now, is it?
Well, it's not now, no. Yeah. 4 left. Yeah. Anyway, it is like that, and it's like going to the gym. You might have said you're going to go to the gym every single day this month, but you haven't. Don't worry about it. It is what it is, and it doesn't define your whole year. Again, you need to set out realistic habits and realistic goals that you can actually do and hold up. And I've written here as well, small tweaks beat massive changes. And I think there's a really good book, Atomic Habits, which
that's good.
I think it's back on the shelves at the moment, in the front of shops at the moment. I think he's brought out a workbook or something, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But either way, it's a really good book about how, if you want to change something, change small things to change a big thing, basically.
I think the big habit I changed, which isn't necessarily in the business, but it does help the business, is going to the gym.
Yeah.
So I used to get up at sort of 6:30 in the morning, probably snooze till 7 and then get up. But that wasn't helping when I went to the gym at 8 o'clock. And 8 till 9 wasn't really good because by the time I come home, I had a shower. I wasn't starting work till 10. So I actually had to start the gym at 7, which I know that, mum's like, ugh, you're mad. So my alarm now, I train myself, I change my habit to get up at 5:45. I get up at 5:45 every single day so I can go to the gym on 2 days a week at 7 o'clock. And it's worked.
Well done.
I know.
Yeah.
But that is a habit to change, isn't it?
Yes.
With a goal at the end. So if you change a habit, then that's the way to do it.
Yeah. And it is doing things like really, you can do things really slowly as well if you
Bit like
want
me in the gym.
to. Bit like you in the gym. So you could, like, if one of your habits you wanted to change was going for a walk every evening or every morning even, you could just... If the thought of going for an hour's walk is what's putting you off, you could literally get up and just do a quick walk around the block. And then you'll be surprised how quickly, once you're in that habit, then you can do it to 20 minutes. And then you can do it to 30 minutes. And then you can do it to an hour because you've built that habit up. Sometimes you just need to get in the swing of doing something and make sure it's not the little things that's putting you off. So, yeah. That's it for my January
Your January
goals.
tips.
My January tips.
Tips and goals. Plan,
Yeah.
plan, and plan again.
Plan, but keep it simple.
Yes. Kiss.
So, we're on to our unfiltered minute.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So, my unfiltered minute is that my house is literally falling down.
Well, yeah.
Like, it's actually falling down.
Not your whole house.
Not my
It's
whole
a little
house.
bit of an exaggeration.
A little bit, but my ceiling in my study has fallen down,
It has.
which is quite concerning. And yeah, I thought I'd share that with everybody. So I'm quite stressed about it, and hopefully it will get fixed. But at the moment, there is a gaping hole in my study ceiling.
I was lucky the insurers came out yesterday.
No, the insurers did not help. There's an issue with the toilet, which is why there was a flood, and then the ensuite flooded, and then the room downstairs is the study, and so that's why the ceiling got wet and broke.
They were literally taking the pee, weren't they?
They were really taking the pee. But the insurance come out yesterday, and they only bought a plumber, so they only looked at the toilet and not the ceiling, which, quite frankly, the ceiling is the issue, not the toilet. We turned the water off, so that's not a problem. The ceiling is a problem, and they just didn't even look at it.
Yep.
So now we've got to wait till Monday for somebody to just come and look at it and see whether the insurance will cover it. So really fun. Yeah, any tips on a falling down ceiling would be appreciated. Thank you.
I pulled some of it down just now.
You did.
That was good. So my unfiltered minute. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously it's got to be my me shock.
Yes.
So,
shock to the heart.
Shock to the heart. So basically, it was picked up through my Aura ring.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that picked up that there was an irregular heartbeat back in late September. And then the doctors basically said, come in for an ECG. That said, I got what's called atrial fibrillation. And the local doctors basically said, don't worry about it. It's not, a lot of people have got it. It's not a problem. But I was feeling a bit tired. So I phoned up our Bupa because we have medical insurance.
We do.
And yeah, they got me in for a consultation. I had a consultation. And what did I do?
You fainted.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, at the consultation. It was very dramatic.
So I just told this story to an old friend of mine that came in for his tax return. And he said, but you was a big sort of like rugby player and you did that. You wuss. And I'm like, well, okay, affects different people. So smashed the coffee table.
You did.
Which was fun. And then after Christmas, last Tuesday, went and had the shock treatment to bring it back into alignment.
Yeah.
So that was all.
He stayed conscious, everybody. Well, not in the treatment, but
No,
before and after, he was all right.
Yeah. So there you go. And someone sent me a text and went, how was it? And I went, shocking. which they came back and went, dad joke.
Well, they're right.
Yeah, I know. So that's my unfiltered minute. But, obviously I've known for some time. I went through the whole Goldman Sachs program with that.
Yep.
And we're obviously, we hadn't, entirely told the team until I did pass out. So we had systems in place that could deal with that situation within the business, and it's obviously thankful for the team that all pulled through for us, and the clients that have also been really really kind and what have you in terms of helping us back on our feet. So that's really good. That's our unfiltered minute. So looking forward to doing this every week now, Jade.
Yes.
So
it's in the diary.
It is in the diary. And yes, the diary has been traumatic.
It has.
In a good way. Because we've had a lot of new client inquiries.
We have. We have indeed.
And really good quality client inquiries.
Yeah.
That do take time to deal with and etc.
Yeah. And they've been really exciting. We've met some really cool
Lovely
business
people.
owners.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really exciting plans, and to hear how they're growing is really, really exciting for us. So
that's that.
So
See you next week.
we will see you next week. Goodbye.